FoamCrete and Aircrete. Let's see if I can explain what I've got going on here. First, thanks for inspiration from the Honeydew Carpenter and FoamCreteHarry and the folks over at Dome Gaia. I'll have some nice info on websites and YouTubes and Etsy's, so check them out. So Aircrete, it's basically a foam and concrete mixture. I'm going for soap because it seems to be a healthier option for something inside of the house. I'm using it as a filler between wood paneling and sheet metal outer. So I have about 20 centimeters to fill, and I'd like to fill it with a fireproof, bug-proof, water-stopping filler that's not styrofoam. My styrofoam experiment failed using the recycled styrofoam and styrofoam pellets because as it stirred around, the pellets seemed to shrink, making my concrete styrofoam just a very heavy mess. So knowing that the FoamCrete is not structural, it's only for insulation and for filling for space, I don't really have to worry about that. The house is already built and has plenty of metal to hold that up. So what I have here behind the dog, this is the FoamMate. So it goes from the compressor, from the air compressor. Air is sent out into what I have is a recycled Coca-Cola canister in which there is water and soap mix. I was trying to use the Suave recipe, and FoamCreteHarry has some nice experiments on various concoctions and recipes, as does Honeydew Carpenter. Since we don't have that where I am, I'm looking for something with similar ingredients. So I will be experimenting with 5 or 6 different shampoo recipes that all have similar ingredients to the Suave, at least as close as I can find from the back of the recipe. So let me show you what the FoamMate, the new FoamMate looks like. At this end, I've got two valves that both have on-off valves or valves that can regulate them. One is for air, one is for compressed air, the other is for the compressed water and soap from the canister. They simply plug in here and then you adjust them separately. Right now I have the valve, the hose from the air compressor that goes in here plugged into this tank, and I'll show you why in a second. But just imagine that that one there is plugged in right here. So you can adjust the mix as you need, soap and water and air, to give yourself the best shaving cream like foam. So what is this gun? Here is the initial mixing chamber, and here is where the foam, here's where the magic happens. Inside of this hose are a whole bunch of these stainless steel scrubby things. They provide enough surface area and tiny enough space to break apart the compressed soap water and shoot it through at high enough speeds with the compressed air to bubblify it, turning it into a great foam. This little chamber at the end just seems to capture it and allow it to flow out of here at a nice steady rate. That's basically the foam making. The next step is to mix it into concrete. There's a couple different ways I have entertained. One of them is straight into a bucket with some sort of a mixer. I do have an electric concrete mixer that this can attach to. Can use that for smaller test batches, but I have also, thanks to the Foam Gaia designs, am trying to do something similar with my concrete mixer here. It's a handheld electric concrete mixer. This spins and shoots the concrete from the top down. The Foam Gaia folks, their mixer has this spiral attachment going the other way, bringing the concrete up to mix with the foam. So this pipe here that I've attached with some loose fittings carefully around the mixing attachment goes up to a hose, which would then hook to the end of the foam making gun, sending the foam down to the concrete to be spun and mixed into a giant 100-liter tub. That should make for some very light, marshmallow-ish concrete and foam mix, Aircrete. Now, since my use is insulation and I am trying to backfill some wood paneling that's already installed and inside of a house that already has metal siding, the plan is to send the foam in from the top and just top fill it and have it gradually fill from the bottom up, hopefully not oozing out of too many holes, but I think I can just do it a layer at a time, a section at a time. But the trick being to get it into a small gap, not having to take the whole house apart and be able to do it in sections. I figure since the Aircrete is light enough, I will be able to just put it into this airtight water tub. It has a metal clasp that can seal the lid on. And then the top of the lid has an out pipe, which has a pipe that goes down inside to the very bottom of the barrel. And it has an air in right here with an adjustable valve for the pressure. So as you can imagine, as I put air in from the compressor, hopefully the compressor is large enough, it should just send the foam and Aircrete out of this pipe to wherever I want it to go. I have a 6-meter pipe here, so I should be able to get it up to the top into the smallest areas. And that's about it. I'll update you later when the stuff is dirty and tests have been done.